We have our manager, our maintenance manager, our head of maintenance.
He's a crew chief.
He's the crew chief. He was in prison, and he's not in prison anymore, and he's come and he was trained, and is just one of the most dynamic individuals. I mean, we have a lot of employees, but he's one of the most dynamic individuals on our campus, and just is excited and fired up to come to work every day. And I think that when you can get that feeling to somebody where they're fired up to come to work every day, it's going to make them be a lot better employee, a lot happier, and he's probably a better person for his family and for his kids because he does such a good job.
Well, I'm thinking of a woman that we served one time. We do a lot of work with the Housing Authority of the City of Austin. One of our offices is at Rosewood Courts, which is Rosewood and Chicon. And we were working with a woman who really had never worked. And she had 5 children, and she lived in the Housing Authority. And really didn't think about working until we kind of invited her in. Since we're right there in the neighborhood, you know, we can kind of offer some things, and people will come in and we'll begin to introduce them to the concept of working. And she was able to find a job, and she began to think about maybe she would like to have her own house. And the Housing Authority has a program where they will put part of your earnings towards a down payment on a house. And so she got into that program. It was a very long, slow, gradual process. But when she finally got her house, which she did, she said, and she started taking some classes as well, she said, you know, this is really great for me, but I want my children to see me working. I want them to see what it's like to get up every morning and to go to work. She said, I want them to have a different life than I've had. And she went on to continue working, and I don't know where she is now, but it was very inspirational to me to see, you know, she had thoughts about her life, but she really wanted to change things in a generational way.
I'd like to talk about a population we haven't talked about yet, which is our senior population. We have a gentleman who came through our program just this past year who needed technology skills. He had not used a computer before. He needed technology skills. And the reason he wanted them was so that he could do an online learning program. And he came in and he took our classes, and he's still doing his online learning. And he is 72 years old. And so that's a great testament to the fact that there's an understanding about lifelong learning there. And that's a big success. We have so many, but that's the one that comes to my mind right away.